Hello, San Diego. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 8+. I'm meteorologist Shawn Styles, and Happy New Year, since I haven't seen you since the new year occurred a couple days ago. We've got a storm on the way. You can see the clouds out there. The winds are kicking up out of the south and southwest, so we know the front is approaching. It's slowing down a little bit right now, but this is a view from Mount Soledad. We've got Mission Bay off in the distance. As the coastline bends around down into Mexico. Here's what's forecast to happen. We're going to see a chance of rain come into the forecast starting tomorrow into Monday, Tuesday. Starts to fall off. We get a chance of some showers lingering around. And then by the time we get halfway through the work week, it pretty much dries out. And it looks like the way things are shaping up, Santa Ana for next weekend. So talk about the roller coaster of weather here. Your forecast for today, or I should say for tomorrow, a 40% chance of rain. Those temperatures barely fluctuating, and we stay in the upper 30 to 40% range. So scattered showers here and or there, and then partly sunny, and then some showers pulling on through. This is not going to be a big rainmaker by any stretch of the imagination. However, we could see a quarter to a half an inch adding to our rainfall totals, which now is getting close to almost 8.5 inches. So we're looking at that. So there's your rain for the inland microclimates. And as I said, that lasts through Tuesday, and then that starts to fall off pretty dramatically. Here's your temperatures currently out there, and it's very, very mild. I mean, 65 downtown, 66 inland. We're in the upper to mid 40s in the mountains, so no snow out of this one. And excuse me, the Borrego Springs area at 66 degrees. Looks someone's leaving San Diego. I don't know. I might stick around myself. 65 degrees. Southwest are those winds, as I said. That's the indication that we're starting to see a front approaching. And the humidity's way up the atmosphere, needless to say, very saturated because of all the rain. Now, we've got some surf on the way. 3 to 5 feet, water 59 degrees, rip current risk will be way up there, and we've got a huge high tide in the morning. We've got this big swing, the king tide, so we might see some coastal flooding out there. Mammoth Lakes, they're seeing snow right now in the village, 37 on the mountain. It's about 31, so snow flying. Low 60s from San Francisco all the way to Santa Barbara. For some reason, the Los Angeles readings at 58 when we're at 65, so I'm not really sure why that is, but there it is for you. 66 in Palm Springs, 55 in Las Vegas, and low 60s over the Phoenix area. All right, here's that next storm as it approaches, and we're going to see this frontal boundary come in through Southern California overnight into the early morning hours. This low eventually digs south, and that's why we think we're going to continue to see the showery conditions. This thing will get cut off from the jet stream that's to the north. So that's the energy. This is the area of low pressure. So not going to have a lot of dynamics with it as it moves through. And then there's the high pressure starting to build in as we get into, say, Thursday. Watch what happens Friday and Saturday. We get big high pressure. So you've got the circulation around the low pressure, which is in a counterclockwise motion. You've got the high pressure with the clockwise motion. So the winds are going to start to really compress between these two air masses, and we'll see the strong northeasterly winds. We could see wind gusts. I'm thinking maybe 40, 50 miles per hour over the mountain passes, maybe even more if these two areas of low and high pressure get even closer to each other. Here's the rainfall forecast. Overnight, we could see a scattered shower here and or there. Nothing really all that dramatic, just kind of pesky. And then as we get into the day tomorrow, those showers start to move back into the North County. They eventually back off, and it's overnight Sunday into Monday morning where we start to see the biggest rain. This will be the frontal boundary pushing through. You can kind of see the arc there, and maybe some scattered snow up in the Big Bear Lake area. Unfortunately, all these storms have been rain up there, so it's really causing a problem for the Southern California ski resorts. By the time we get to Monday, we start to dry out a little bit, and we go through kind of a pattern of some showers and then not. By the time we get done with this on Sunday, we could see 1/10 of an inch in the downtown area. So we're not talking a big amount, over a 1/4 of an inch up in Oceanside. It's more of a Los Angeles type of thing. So these are 1/10 of an inch. So almost a 1/2 an inch in the Long Beach area and close to an inch around Los Angeles and Pomona. This will pull on through, and then we start to see things dry out and warm up. So there's a chance of rain right on through Tuesday, and then everything changes by the time we get to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And notice those temperatures ramp up. So 66 to 30-year average. By the time we get to the weekend, we'll start to see those temperatures go above average. Santa Ana winds will kick in. Mountains, as you can see, skirting that freezing level, so maybe in the Big Bear Lake area they might see a little bit of snow. Out in the deserts, nothing really happening. The dynamics are not strong enough for the moisture to push over into the deserts. And then they also start to see a warm up, and everyone drives out for next weekend. That's a look at your weather.